Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Rita McClenny, who's the president and CEO of Virginia Tourism Corporation. Rita is, I would say, an outspoken advocate of travel. So we're going to hit on a lot of interesting topics, not the least of which will be her home state of Virginia, here on Insider Travel Report. Rita, thank you for being with us.
Alan, I'm delighted. It's so good to see you. What a joy. And I've been looking forward to this for a very long time.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I remember when we were first plotting this little conversation, the questions had, in my mind, different answers than you're probably going to come up with. So let me ask you that first question that was basically going to be, how will the travel industry rebound, and what does that mean for domestic destinations?
Well, Alan, every day is getting incrementally better in terms of people venturing out to go on vacation, doing the things that they love with the people that they love. And what we really are seeing is that 300-mile traveler, we call it a tank of gas trip, and really taking in outdoor recreation, anything that's really happening outside. But also just wanting, 90% of travelers say they are planning a vacation this year, and they want to go do something fun, and they want to get out. And they're ready. They're ready. We see the numbers in terms of air traffic travel. We see the numbers in terms of, again, outdoor recreation, visits, occupancy at hotels, and the activity at restaurants and all kinds of attractions.
Well, that's interesting what you say about the tank of gas. I know that I'm a New Yorker, and summers my family would take that tank of gas and we would visit your fair state.
Wonderful.
One of those that was on the list. And but now, more specifically, I think we've been finding, initially the domestic destinations were the ones. Now, are you feeling like you might have to compete with international destinations as we start to come out of this?
Not quite yet, but we know that more people are flying than were previously, which is a great indicator. We look at the TSA numbers. International really probably won't fully rebound until about 2024. However, we're looking at all kinds of relationships with international destinations. We have to take into consideration there were 100 countries that did not have access to the vaccine. Now, the United States has bought, I think, 500 million doses to share with the rest of the world. And again, we're looking at strategic relationships with certain countries inbound to Virginia. Dulles Airport in Northern Virginia is a gateway to the world, and we can't wait to be fully open to have the international marketing as another key component to visitation to Virginia.
But in the meantime, you were saying that the lift to Virginia through Dulles has increased.
Yes, yeah, the list is increasing, but again, it's not where it was. We're waiting for the Canadian border to open. Canada is about a $2 billion business for us in terms of inbound Canadians visiting Virginia. Again, that's a car trip generally, but before the pandemic, there were 7 flights a day in and out of Ontario.
Wow, so we got to make up for that. So compared to 2019, what percentage do you think 21 will be?
We're down about 37% in terms of visitor spending, which is about $10 billion. And that's year over year if we compare 2020 calendar year to 2019. However, now that we are 6 months into the new year, the losses accumulate. So we're at about $14 billion hole we are digging our way out of. So it's unbelievable because you really can't make it all up with just the leisure traveler. You have to think about business travelers, meetings, conventions, all the sporting events. I think they just had the first big, the Foo Fighters had a performance at the Garden, right? This week or this past weekend. So as sporting events come back, music festivals come back, every day gets incrementally better.
So what are travelers expecting from travel destinations now post-pandemic? What do they expect to find? I mean, they were expecting masks and sanitizer and distancing,
sure.
but all of that's evolving. What should they expect now especially in your state?
Touch-free technology is really on the rise. Something that will never go away is cleanliness and safety. Everyone expects that at a destination, at an attraction, and wherever they're staying, wherever they're eating. This is just becoming a part of our lives. And, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, this was always what we thought we had, but I guess we didn't have enough of it.
We didn't have it to the degree that is necessary. So, really looking at technology, and also I think a greater appreciation, even though we talked about sustainability a lot and green practices, we probably weren't as aware and diligent about them, I think, as we will be, wanting to leave places better for the next generation. So really leaning into sustainable practices, but also looking at small businesses when you travel to support those kind of enterprises that we know are really about building community.
Do you have another opinion on what the travel trends will be for the remainder of 2021 and 2022?
Yeah, I think the travel trends really around driving, around safety, around wellness. People are making their way back to the cities. And again, looking at hotels that have strategic relationships with clean brands. Those, if you go and check into your hotel room, you may have a sticker on the door to say this room is clean and safe. Really giving that extra level of assurance that your room has been cleaned.
But your state also has a lot of great open outdoors, right? Nature and historical sites.
Yes. So outdoor has been one of the bright spots, even in the early days of the pandemic. And history, because a lot of our history assets are outdoors. So you can travel from the coast to the cliff and everything in between and see, 4 centuries of history in Virginia. And we are really now in Virginia telling the full story. We have focused in on the Black traveler, the American Virginia Indian, and Asian travel, and LGBTQ travel.
I was going to ask you about all that. Let's go.
Yes, we have double, triple, quadrupled our efforts and having a better understanding and speaking in the voice of the traveler and really learning how attractions and museums and everything in between, all places should really authentically and truthfully look at the history and tell the story from a point of truth and do it in a way that is harmonizing to the visitor.
So how are you building this groundswell?
We're building a language. We're building the actual words, Alan, that people want to hear, that it resonates. Because if you do it in a way that's empathetic, it is truthful, but it's a way that it's accepted in a way that a traveler, we want to share it with their family and share it with loved ones. So when you can incorporate empathy, truth, and understanding into a historic story, or if you are an enterprise and you want to make yourself welcoming to LGBTQ, do it in a way that's truly authentic and real. And it's as simple as that. It sounds like, because there is no one way to market. If you market in a way that you're looking at the needs of your customer, that's exactly what you're doing. You're looking at the needs and the desire of your customer. So we have images, we have sent out photographers, we are putting everyone in the picture so they see themselves. And then associating the right words with the images and not just taking an image and putting the same copy over it.
Different suppliers who are wanting to open up to this can approach you for the support?
Yes. Yeah. Our destination marketing organizations know how to call us. We've had several webinars. We at Virginia Tourism, as a company, as an entity, have a DEI statement. So we are living our messaging. We're living this in real time and real practice with our board of directors, with our hiring, with our advertising agency, and we're sharing that with our partners so they have the ability to join us in being out front in how to present Virginia in a way that is truly, truly welcoming to everyone.
This is wonderful. And I'm sure you will be able to show how it is not only appropriate, but not bad for business. So my question is, are other states interested in your program and adopting it?
We'll see. We have a campaign right now called Unapologetically Black. And it talks about Virginia as the authentic place for the Black American experience. So if you come to Virginia and you go to Jackson Ward, the first Black Wall Street, if you go to Fort Monroe, where Captain Butler created a destination for those slaves who were then newly emancipated to live. If you go to Hampton University, there's an emancipation tree where the 13th Amendment was read aloud. So we have the history.
That's pretty inspiring stuff.
And we're doing it in a way, again, authentic, empathetic, but real.
And I really hope that other people pick up the baton. So let's start to talk about the travel advisor community. What do you think the role of the travel advisor will be now that we're emerging?
I think giving the best information about the best places. There's so much information in the digital domain to cut through, to understand the customer, to have personalization. It cannot be overstated. And the travel agent business is about personalization and knowing your customer and having that breakthrough to save time, to understand exactly what the needs are at a competitive price and deliver it on time and under budget. And being in the right spaces from a digital standpoint, really having connectivity, using technology as the basis for change. But combining technology with the personal touch is the magic recipe.
Well, that sort of leads into my next question, which is what do you think travel advisors should be doing at this time? And clearly it's staying in the center of all things.
Yes.
And honing the communication skills to be able to disperse that information.
Yes, and using the technology with all the vendors who are now in the space where they are either using subscriptions to build loyalty with the traveling public. So I think between subscription-based travel and technology-based travel and bookings, but have that booking have a personal touch behind it.
Let's hone in now on your state. Let's talk about Virginia. What should travel advisors know about Virginia at this time? New attractions, new hotels?
Oh yeah, we have some new hotels coming on board. Wow. Now you're talking my language, right? Virginia's for lovers for 52 years. We're one of the most iconic travel brands in the world since 1969. And this year we have several products coming online. Keswick Hotel, which is in Charlottesville, Virginia, Keswick. And it's a beautiful property, and they have completely reinvented themselves with pool, golf course, tennis facilities. It's just stunningly gorgeous. They're at the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Mountains.
Yes. And that's coming online later in the summer. We have the Bugs Island Brewery, which is on a lake. It's located in Clarksville. So that's a new attraction. There's the Crozet Tunnel Greenway. It's this beautiful old rail bed. The rail bed was taken up, and this historic tunnel has been turned into a walking, biking greenway. It is absolutely
how long
gorgeous.
Is the tunnel?
It's a mile. And it's 20 degrees cooler in the tunnel than it is outside the tunnel. So you can imagine on a beautiful summer hot day, you bike through there, you cool off, you come out on the other side and you get back to it. Yeah. It's on Afton Mountain, again, right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. And it's very close to so many wineries and breweries there in Nelson County. And it's also Augusta County. On one end, it's Nelson County. On the other end, it's Augusta County. It's gorgeous.
So wait, so you're driving from one zip code to another in the tunnel? Okay.
That's right. Okay. And in Northern Virginia, we have the opening of the Suffragette Memorial. And we have the Capital One Center, which is near Tyson's Corner, which is going to be a elevated park. And the park is called The Perch. And this perch will have activities and festivals and music and just all kinds of wonderful activities. But you're there near world-class shopping and only about 30 minutes from Dulles Airport. So it's a great way to get some shopping in, go to an outdoor space, catch a little music, go to a high-class restaurant, and have some fun in Northern Virginia. In Shenandoah Valley, of course, we have the Luray Caverns. The Red Wing Roots Music Festival is held this July 9th through the 11th. Massanutten Outdoor Park now has a beautiful new upgraded water feature called the Massanutten Outdoor Water Park. You can also use the ski lifts as a mountain bike course. So there is some crazy out of this world mountain biking at Massanutten. So it's a great family adventure. They have about 4 restaurants there at the park, and it's just a really, really good time. I love going there. And in Southwest Virginia, we have ATV trails, 7 trails at Spearhead ATV Outdoor Trails. Floyd Fest, which is a big music festival, folk music festival. In fact, it's sold out, but don't be discouraged, because you definitely want to visit Floyd, Virginia. It is a great, great town. Lots of farmers markets, picking fresh vegetables, the Floyd Country Music. They call it the Floyd Country Store, but they have music every Friday night and flatfoot dancing and all kinds of happening things. Like, you don't want to miss that. It's so much fun. And then the Galax Old Fiddlers Convention is August 9 and 14. And that is just a world-class known bluegrass festival held in Virginia. And Iron Tree Brewing Company, it's a new brewery right there in downtown Christiansburg, right off of Interstate 81. It's all very convenient to get to. And not to be left out, we just wrapped up. You would have missed this one, but I have to talk about it. It's the Ironman 70.3 was just in Roanoke, Virginia, in Virginia's Blue Ridge. And there's a Liberty Trust, which is a new building. They're building a boutique hotel. So save that one to the fall. And there'll be a new boutique hotel to visit called the Liberty Trust. And Bedford just opened a champion disc golf course. And it was designed by a Paul Macbeth, who is a very famous disc golfer. So you want to get to Bedford and check out their new disc golf course. That's a fun time.
Take a breath. Do you need a little more oxygen so you can keep going? Keep going. Is that it?
That's good.
Okay.
If everyone watching can get that in, they'll be here between now and October.
No, the great thing is it's recorded. They can pause it. They can go to Virginia, come back and to play it again. It's archived forever. They can always come back.
And go to virginia.org. Virginia.org is our website, and it has all of this information there. And you can click on any area of Virginia, no matter where in the world you're coming from, and check out all these activities and exciting events that are going on. We're so excited because people have, taken off the mask. If you still want to wear the mask, that's fine. Do it your way. But it's time to get out there and have some fun and travel.
Well, you're the state of everybody is welcome and they can be who they are. So if they're a masked person, they can come. If they're not a masked person, they can come. Same thing. Right. Well, so now we've been reporting on a lot of countries are bragging about their screen tourism. England, Ireland, but you are part of the film commission of your state. And you have some bragging rights. And if people are looking to travel and see where things were shot, what have you got?
Oh, my goodness. Virginia is a great destination and has been for film production over the years. And just this past year, Good Lord Bird filmed here with Ethan Hawke. They just won a Peabody Award in the entertainment category. And Daveed Diggs is also in it playing Frederick Douglass as his good friend, if we're talking about John Brown. And the third version of Walking Dead filmed in Virginia. And if you want to see Walking Dead 3, it's called The World Beyond, all filmed in the state of Virginia. And also the film Harriet, which is now on Showtime and some other pay channels and on demand. So we have an excellent filmography of projects filmed in Virginia. And, you know, we are a destination for film production. And we also build out these trails on our website. So if you go to virginia.org, you can see how to experience some of the locations that are part of these fine productions.
Well, Rita, I want to thank you. You are a delight. I think your state is in great hands, and I can't wait to visit. I haven't been in a while.
Well, come see us, Alan. We can't wait. And we welcome you with open arms because Virginia's for lovers.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.